Hello, welcome back to the channel. I am Liz, an illustrator and pattern designer based in Lisbon. If you're new to this channel, welcome. In today's video, I'm going to show you my journey about how I created a pattern from the vision to the final mock-up and product. All the regrets, the wins and the indecision, the colorways. I'm also taking you to Lisbon, to some spots, and we are visiting a greenhouse too. Plants and flowers, if you know me a little, inspires me a lot to create my designs. So let's dive in. Last night I had a vision about a pattern with this kind of roses, which were the first roses with 5 petals. I visualized this as a white or light pink roses, and then some strokes like if it was gouache behind and maybe pink. I don't know, I just want to take this idea out of my mind and see what I can create. So I'm going to sketch a bunch of them and see which one I like more, and then include them with branches and small buds. Hello, good morning, I'm back. Today is a Wednesday, and yesterday night I started to paint a pattern in pink. If you saw something on my stories, I wanted to do something sweet, something in pink, which I'm not very drawn to normally, but I love them. I love to see it in other artists. Lately, I've been very inspired. Since March started, I saw a lot of flowers blooming in my garden as well. The roses are starting to, to create buds. And I feel like very bubbly, like things that you can draw or the possibilities that you can create. And that's always like an opportunity, right? Let me show you the pattern. I always love the brush strokes of gouache, and so I wanted to translate it in this pattern. I've been recycling a lot of my illustrations and creating here and there, but with things that I already have. And now it feels like time to create something new, something refreshing. I don't know if it's because of spring that it's arriving or something like that, but I'm definitely going to create something new, which I'm looking forward. Yeah. Here I added some buds just in case I need some extra for the pattern. Here I have another color contrast. You cannot see the leaves, but I think it's also a great background color mixed with these peaches and pinks. But I want to stick to my first idea, which is this one. And now I'm going to work on the shadows of the flowers. Hello, good morning. Today is Saturday and we are going to Lisbon, to downtown, to take a walk. I've always wanted to create a video with city lifestyle, like the coffee shops you can go, where you can walk to see the city, the colorful houses. But with a baby and the way that the streets are in Lisbon, mostly downtown, it's a little bit of a complicated situation. So I wanted to go to this place called Miradouro de Santa Luzia. I've been wanting to go for a while, and I think today is the day because it's not rainy anymore and looks like the sun is coming out. Hopefully it will stay like this, and I can show you the views from Lisbon. Okay, so we end up in another place called Miradouro, Senhora do Monte, because the other one in Santa Luzia was full of traffic and there was no way to get in there. So we were like 5 minutes away from this place. It is so cold today, and there was so much wind in the view area. So we went to drink something hot, and the owner told me that there is a hotel that we can go here to take something hot. So the owner told us that there is a hotel, the Pink House. So we are here, and I thought it was closed, and he said, no, you just have to ring the bell, so we are going to try. So after spending the morning in Lisbon, I finally sat down to refine the details of this pattern. Here I was adding some pink shadows in the corners, but as you can see, they start to blend too much with the background. It wasn't giving me the contrast I wanted. The part I always love the most is the art line. Sometimes I think I should skip it to make the painting feel more organic, but I just can't. It's like the drawing feels naked without it. Plus, it helps define the shapes and separate the petals. Another conundrum I ran into was the leaves. At first, I started adding these pointy edges to all of them, thinking it will give a nice structure, but in the end, it just felt too busy, too detailed for a pattern. My brain is so illustration focused that simplifying things doesn't always come naturally. Okay, I'm not sure if the color goes well with the background, and if doesn't, I will definitely have to come back and fix some colors. I kept it very simple in some of these beds because I felt like too many shadows and too many details just doesn't add up to a fabric pattern, so I'll keep this simple. So I'm watching a show here while I am drawing, so this always makes the experience better. By the way, I decided to kill two birds with one stone, and that is create this pattern and submit it at the same time for Golden Coil Design Contest. They run every year this contest. The winner gets $500 and 1 year of licensing. And yeah, let's join for the sake of participating in something, and let's see if I do finish on the final 10 designs. That would be nice. Today is Thursday. It's raining outside, so here I am cozy at home with a cup of tea. So this is how it looks for now. I still need to work on the background because I'm not sure this pink works with the roses. I feel like it's very vibrant and saturated. I can't wait to see how all comes together when I layer them in one pattern. Can't wait to see. Stay until the end to see how this turns out. Cheers! So I've been wanting to come here for at least 2 weeks, and I'm finally here. Like the moment you enter, it's like so fragrant. Every flower, it's like calling you. And I feel like I should have more plants or more flowers at home, at least to get inspired, right? Good morning. I bought these irises yesterday and I've been staring at them all week, and today the sun is hitting on top of them, so I have kind of a purple shade in all of my kitchen, and that's beautiful. Like I've been mesmerized by its color. I didn't think I would like it so much. I will never bought it before, but now I think I need to experience with new flowers, and seems like from my last painting, I think purples are kind of my thing. And what I love are all these lines here, these veins. Hello, good afternoon, and I ran into another problem. I finished the pattern, but I started to add the colors. Now I find myself in kind of a difficult situation because I have too many colors to explore. And let me show you the options. So this is my first option. It is like a peach nude color for the background of these flowers. The pattern is almost finished, and I started to add new colors. Let me show you. The second option will be a dark green, which I love, but I do have a lot of patterns with dark green, so I started to explore other colors like this blue. A lot of people don't understand this color, but I think the blue is so powerful. And then there is another beige, which is more like neutral colors. And now I have a big problem of indecision. I mean, I have a sweet spot for the nudes. I know they are my favorite color, but in order to step outside of my comfort zone, I started to add the blue and then the beige, the dark green. I know it is something that I like, and I know those colors in contrast always work so well together. My husband loves the beige one for sure. My son said that he loves the peach one. My friend said the peach one too. And now I don't know what to do. Yesterday I ran a poll on Instagram to show the 4 colorways of this pattern to see what people preferred. Let me show you. First, I added the 4 patterns on Instagram, just like a pattern itself. And as you can see, the one that caught everybody's eye was the peach one. It actually was also my first option because it felt like that was the color, the nude color. But then I thought that it was important to put the pattern in context. So I decided to add the pattern on a notebook, the actual notebook that Golden Coil is going to manufacture. And actually, I think it makes a big difference because I ran a second poll where I added the 4 notebooks and the 4 colors, and guess which was everybody's preference? By far the green one, this one. It was a big surprise because, as you can see, it's different to lay down the pattern itself and the pattern on a product, and that only confirms me how important it is to have a mock-up in hand. I felt like the green was already something very common, something that we have already seen a lot, at least in my case. For me, between the pink and the blue, the second one most voted was the blue. Also, Golden Coil told us that we should design something that we want to see alive. So in my case, I think the blue had something, I don't know, something special. And wow, people voted for the blue, and I started to receive messages, like a lot of people saying that, wow, the blue is like taking a deep breath in. And another person said that it's like they definitely go for a notebook or a planner in blue because it feels like you want to set your goals, because the blue is very powerful. And other people say that reminds them of Pride and Prejudice, which, I mean, it's beautiful. And so at last I felt that the blue was the right choice for me, even though everybody voted for the green. Thank you so much. But I'm curious to see what my YouTube audience thinks. At the end, I presented this pattern. The blue reminded me of those old wallpapers, and also it felt like it will look amazing on velvet, you know, blue velvet. Let me introduce you to this pattern called Velvet Bloom. So if you arrived here, thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked the video and the pattern. I hope to see your comment down below to see which one do you prefer as a color. I'm very curious. Yeah. If you want to see more videos like this, please check on this one. Remember to give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and see you in the next one.